Okay, so this video is a brief overview of what are circuits and how do they work. Okay, so an electrical circuit is essentially an apparatus that's used to create a pathway for electrons to move on. Okay, so usually the primary component of an electrical circuit is some sort of conductor. Okay, kind of usually drawn as a line. The conductor can be like copper wire or something like that. Aluminum, whatever, can be a conductor. And usually on that path, we put a power source. And in a simple circuit, the power source is a battery. Okay. So the example that we're giving here is a DC circuit. It's a direct current circuit. The power is coming out of the negative terminal of the battery, ending at the power. The electrons coming out of the negative terminal of the battery, ending at the positive terminal. And so long as I have a way for it to get from the negative terminal to the positive terminal of the battery, I have a circuit. Now, this is not a very interesting circuit because, well, it doesn't do anything. I mean, the electron's going around on the wire, but there's like no visible result. So most circuits will have a power source, right? Some sort of battery. And usually in that battery, we have some sort of lamp or something that would either have motion, like a motor or a fan or something like that. But usually in basic diagrams, it's usually a lamp. And the other thing that oftentimes appears in a circuit is some sort of switch, right? So a way to open and close the circuit so that we can either stop or start the flow of electrons. So if I close the switch, the electrons can move around the circuit, right? And while they're moving around the circuit, they will light the lamp. If the switch is open, the lamp will not light. So this is the basic idea of a circuit. Now, if I have multiple lamps in a circuit, you have multiple ways that they can be arranged. Okay, so one of the ways that these multiple lamps can be arranged is they can be on the same wire. So in this case, these are lamps that are wired in series. So one right after the other on the same wire. So if you close this switch, both of these lamps will light up. But if one of the lamps for some reason burns out, then both lamps will be out. You won't know which one is the actual burnt out lamp. So either they are both on or they are both off. That's your only option when you are in series. The other option is to wire the lamps in parallel. So it's the same structure here with a battery and the switch. However, when we wire the lamps in, they're on two separate little mini pathways here. Got one up there, one down here, and these are wired in what's called parallel. And what makes this interesting is that if this lamp burns out, this one remains lit and vice versa. So it is possible to have only one lamp lit on this type of configuration. They don't both have to be working together. In the series, they have to be considered both on at the same time or both off at the same time. All right, so you can also configure multiple switches on a circuit here. Okay, so switches can also be put in series. So if I have my battery with a single lamp, right? So there's my lamp, and it comes around, and I have a switch here. And then that goes directly to a second switch, and then back to the battery. In order for this lamp to light, both switches need to be closed. Okay, so they're both in the same path. In order to turn the light on, both switches need to be closed. But we can also, like the lamps, wire the switches in parallel. Okay, so as you come along here, you've got the lamp, and then we're going to get like a fork in the path here. You get one switch on one part of the fork and one switch on the other part of the fork, right? So if this switch is closed, the lamp lights. If this switch is closed, the lamp lights. One could be open, one could be closed, then the lamp will still light up. If they're both closed, the lamp will light. You only have to have one switch to be closed in order to complete the circuit. So this is called wiring switches in series. This is wiring switches in parallel. So this is the basic idea of electrical circuits. All right, so there you have it.